Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Do you know that saying, a story, the boy who cried wolf? And the moral of the story is that once you lie too many times, people will not believe you anymore. So this is when the Western intelligence agencies or community tell us something. They lied so many times and they were caught lying that they have no credibility even when they tell the truth. The same is with the boy who cried wolf. He said, the wolves are crying, and everybody gets, oh, what the hell, he's getting ready, the wolves. And then when the wolves are really coming, nobody come to help him, so he gets up. The same here. These guys lied so many times that nobody believes them anymore, even when they tell the truth. Like what Tony Montana in Scarface said, I'm telling the truth even when I'm lying. Kind of like it's going to be too late. So here, let's go with this one. We have this article from the New Voice of Ukraine, November 25, 2022. This is the information the Estonian intelligence agencies tell us, provide us with, inform us. Russia has exhausted 2/3 of its ammunition reserves. Haven't we heard this in April? I did. Okay? I think I heard it in May. No, in April and then for May. Because when they first came with this, they're almost done. It was in April. And I calculated that by mid-May, me being generous, they will be done, the Russians. And they were done. They had no missiles, no rockets, nothing since May. Did you see that? Did you notice? Yeah, okay. Then again, they did it in May, they did it in June, they did it in July, I think, and then stopped. And now they picked up again the whole story in about October. The Russians are done. I think it was in late September. The Russians done. It's almost done. The British intelligence informed us, yeah, those guys who found the weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, yeah, those guys. The Americans told us, the Ukrainians definitely told us, the Poles told us, everyone. Now, Estonia jumps in the frenzy. Why? Because everybody else lost credibility. So now they gotta use a different face, but the same shit. The only country, the only guy who said Russia will not run out of ammunition anytime soon was the guy in charge of the German military. His name is Zun, something like this, with a Z. And it's 4 letters. Zum, Zam, something like that. He was the only one, a general. He said Russia will not run out of ammunition anytime soon, and they have a big stockpile, and they could open a second front if they choose to, or they are pushed into. They have no problem with that. This was the only guy, and everybody's like, this guy is just blowing up the whole story we were trying to push on these weasels, you know, you and I and everybody else. But no, it didn't work for us, did it? Nah, because we're smart. All right, so let's see what kind of evidence these guys provide. Do you think we'll provide any evidence? No, because it's confidential. They can say whatever they want, and when you're gonna say, okay, how do you support your, your report? You're gonna say, well, confidential, we can provide. It's top secret. We're too important to give you that kind of information. Just trust us. Yeah, okay. No, I will not. The Russian offensive in Ukraine has stalled. Well, okay. As Moscow now expended nearly 2/3 of its ammunition reserves. Head of Estonian military intelligence Margo Grossberg. Bist du eine Juden? What are you? Margo. Are you Estonian or are you a Zelensky? That last name is kind of like suspect, but it's okay. So what? Huh? You have a problem with that? No. Oh, I thought so. Told Estonian public broadcaster ERR on November 25. So, they say here that stalled, the Russian offensive in Ukraine has stalled as Moscow has expended nearly 2/3 of its ammunition. So that means that's why it stalled? Because they expended ammunition and they say, cut the crap, no more attacks, no more bombs, no more ammunition, we don't have it, so we're going to lose now. That's what I get. Maybe you get something out of this little paragraph. Now, it's more to this. The Russian Federation has used up about 2/3 of the ammunition it has, or slightly less than that. So that would be what? 66%? Let's give it 65. Okay, let's put it 64. So that means is March, right? 25th. So it's what? 9 months? Is it 9 months? So if it's 9 months, right? March, April, May, June, July, right? August, September, October, and November. 9 months. So in 9 months, they used 65%. All right? That means they got what? About 4 months and a half for the rest? Let's get 5 months. So 5 more months. December, January, March, right? No, December, January, February, March, April. In April, the Russians are done. Done. No more ammunition. Zero. Null. All right? So let's see what's going on here. According to him, Mr. Grossberg, waning ammunition stocks explain a decrease in the offensive activity of Russian troops. He added that, and I'm quoting, for limited operations and with economical use of ammunition, Russia will have enough for about a month. But how did you make this calculation? Let's say it again. For limited operations and with economical use of ammunition, Russia will have enough for about a month. How? If for 9 months they had a different volume, a certain kind of volume. Now I calculated if you keep it the same way, or let's say you keep the first 6 months as high volume, and let's say the other 3 no high volume. But if we make it together as an average, you ask to make it limited. So it's not 5 months, you say the less than a month. Okay, I take it. That means by Christmas, Russia will start throwing stones, right? Or using slingshots. One of the two, or both. All right, or maybe just clubs and like monkeys and apes. All right, so for limited operations and with economical use of ammunition, Russia will have enough for about a month. Okay, I know you're an idiot, so I will remember this. Estonia, okay. Grossberg, I will never forget that name, Grossberg. Estonian Grossberg. Bist du Deutsch or bist du... I already said it. Estonian intelligence believes that Russia is now stockpiling ammunition in preparation for a renewed offensive in spring 2023. Could be. Grossberg also noted that Russia is trying to purchase missiles and drones from Iran and North Korea and is exporting ammunition from Belarus. CNN, the most trusted liar in the news. CNN earlier reported that the Iranian authorities also intend to supply the Kremlin regime with 1,000 short-range surface-to-surface ballistic missiles for the war against Ukraine. Sorry for taking that paragraph and inserting it in your brain. Forget about it. These guys are lying. Why? Because they're moving their lips. So, what should we do? That means that now is the time for Ukrainians to start their offensive, because they have ammunition how much they want. How much ammunition? You know, they go to the bathroom and they poop ammunition, they pee ammunition. That's how they have that much they have. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe, the stock must be waning away. I'm not, I don't think they're depositing right now or anything. But do you think that this, how should I put it again? Each and every armed forces has its calculations for war. War against neighbors, they make strategic calculations. And they make it on the forces, they make it on time, and they make the worst case scenario. They make the total mobilization. They have all the weapons necessary. I guarantee you that they have 30 million AK-47s, 78, whatever you want to call them. They have automatic weapons, at least 30 million as a full mobilization of armed forces. I guarantee you that. If they don't, they're idiots. But I don't think they are. Okay, and for that they also have, that's all stocked. It's not that they work on it. They have ammunition, at least 2 or 4 or 5 clips for each AK-47 that is ready to supply a Russian mobilized individual in a general mobilization. That is basic shit. You don't believe me? That means those guys are idiots. So they have that. So you tell me that this little fucker war with about 300,000 at the most Russian military, that's the key word, involved in this, drained all the pop and the shells and everything. You think so? I do not believe that a bit. Did it decrease the stockpile? Must have, but this much? I don't think so. They, after all, they fight a front with some 1 million, 2 million Ukrainians, I don't know how many there are right now, with some auxiliary forces, and they receive weapons and they receive from outside. For what? For 9 months. Do you think they did not calculate the most serious scenario, worse than this, worst case scenario, more than this? Oh, we're going to have 1 million, 2 million Ukrainians and the West are going to help them. Do you think I never made this calculation? They have like these folders. They just go over there and say, okay, what's the circumstance? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, go to row number 5, shelf 3A, pick up the shed color folder. Pop out, open for the scenario. And then they just tweak it a little bit with the details on whomever. Was Romania involved? No. Okay, scratch it. What is Romania doing? Okay, so it's just little details. Was Romania supposed to under this? Yes. Is it in? No. What about this? No. What about Hungary? No. This? Yes. And they just change a little bit. That's how you do it. Do you think they stand in and there and they calculate and do the strategy right there? No, they already have it done for 50 scenarios. They just go and pick it up. That's what they do, and then they alter it according to the details in the territory. Jesus Christ. Oh, they ran out. Yes, they ran out. They're done. Yes, in a month, woohoo, by Christmas, as I said, we're going to go to visit Moscow, because Moscow is going to be a, how do you call that, amusement park, done by Zelensky, being the main clown. And you're going to have Kamala over there doing certain things, providing some services. Anyway, and we're going to have a circus too. We're going to have the still alive Biden. Resuscitate him. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.